Hello beautiful people, you're so welcome to Nora G's Nook. Today is an easy air dry clay tutorial using Das clay. As you can see, air dry clay sculpture to be precise. But first, I just want to say a big thank you to all 25,000 plus of you. Yes, we hit 25,000 guys. Wow, I am humbled to say the least. If this is your first time here, please do hit that subscribe button and join this amazing family. Thank you. Now let's get right straight into it. Okay, so this easy high-end home decor DIY using Das clay is so easy, you'll be amazed. So you can purchase Das clay from Amazon or your local Michael's craft store. I have links in the description box to where you can actually purchase this. I got mine from Amazon. As you watched me do earlier on, you will have to knead the clay like you would do for your dough when trying to make big pie or chin chin. My African peeps, you know what I'm talking about. So you knead the clay very well to make sure there are no bubbles and that it's not breaking apart before you go on to roll it using a rolling pin. You could also use a bottle, a nice smooth bottle, for a rolling pin if you do not have one. That is an alternative. So once I had that all rolled out perfectly to my satisfaction, I used a pencil to sketch out a leaf, which is the first part of this air dry clay DIY decor or easy air dry clay sculpture. So I am using a pencil to do that, and I will use a knife to actually carve it out. So you have to work pretty fast with air dry clay, only because of course it is air dry and it tends to harden pretty fast. Okay, so if you're not working very quickly, it may start breaking off. I then used a knife to actually create the veins on my leaf. I will use the pencil or the edge of the brush you see on there to draw the line in the middle. I think that has a name in biology. I can't remember. We used to draw leaves when I was in primary school. So I've forgotten what that is called, but yeah, that's exactly what I just did. So I would turn the leaf over and do the same on the other side. This time I will not be applying so much pressure, just so the other side is not flattened out, because this part is going to act as the back part of my leaf and the previous side will be the front. Just watch as I do this. This leaf and abstract air dry clay sculpture can be used for Mother's Day. You can make an easy Mother's Day DIY gift. So we have Mother's Day around the corner, so how about you put this on your Mother's Day gifts list? Alright, DIY tryouts. Alright. Anyways, back to our DIY. I am using the bottle to actually place the leaf on it before it dries out, because I want it to have a curved structure when it dries out. Right, so I'm placing this on the bottle to give me that desired shape that I'm looking for. Keep in mind that however you position your air dry clay sculpture, be it a leaf or whatever you make, the way it dries out, you cannot fix that once it's dry. Okay, it hardens, so make sure you're placing it the way you want it to come out. So that is why I'm placing this on the bottle. I will set aside for this to dry. It takes about 24 hours to up to 48 hours for air dry clay to dry properly. Keep in mind, another thing is that when this dries properly, it kind of shrinks a little. So when you're doing whatever sculpture or modeling with your clay, you want to make sure that you are making it a little bit larger than normal, not too large, just enough so that when it shrinks, it actually gives you your desired size. Okay, you can dry this in the oven, but I strongly recommend to let it dry naturally by keeping it outside. Okay, only because drying it in the oven can lead to cracks because you're forcing it to dry faster than normal. So I decided to keep mine out to dry for 24 hours before I actually proceeded to spray painting it. So while our leaf air dry clay sculpture was drying out, I went ahead to create the abstract sculpture that you did see at the start of this video. This is very easy, but you want to make sure to knead the clay. I keep wanting to say dough. To knead the clay properly, because you really want it to be smooth and not have too many cracks. Okay, so once I had it all kneaded out, I rolled it out with using my bare hands to create some kind of a string, and then used the foam ball to wrap that around for a perfect look. Okay, so once I got my desired shape, I started playing around with options. Kind of looks like a musical note to me. So I used this wooden dowel and wanted to actually attach that to the clay, but on second thought, I wanted it to be all clay, so I decided to keep it as is, and then used Gorilla Glue to glue them together. Watch as I do this. Are you still watching? Yes? Okay. Well, if you've watched right up to this point, please do show your girl some love and comment clay in the comment section. Also, I would love it if you can let me know which of these two sculptures was your favorite. Okay, so please comment below which of these two easy air dry clay projects for beginners is your absolute favorite. Thank you. Okay, so now back to our easy air dry clay projects for beginners. I will be setting this aside to dry just like I did with the leaves. So now it is properly dry. I went ahead to spray paint it using, of course, my gold spray paint from Design Master. I let it dry properly, and then I flipped them over and spray painted the other side. I chose gold for this, but you can use any color of your choosing, and you can actually leave it just as is, white, and not spray painted. But personally, I feel gold sculptures usually scream high-end. Hence the high-end home decor DIY. Okay, so while my spray painted air dried clay sculptures were drying out, I went ahead to use these Jenga blocks to create the base of my sculptures using hot glue and Gorilla Glue. So just watch as I complete this. I just love Jenga blocks and its many uses. Okay, anyways, this base will be for the abstract sculpture. I love how it looks like a Chanel perfume bottle. So I will go ahead to spray paint this white. Both bases will be spray painted white. Right, so this is a spray paint I will be using to do this, and then I will let it dry. So while that was drying out, I went ahead to use these wooden rings, which I also got from Amazon. Links can be found in the description box below, to create the base for the leaf air dry clay sculpture. Keep in mind that this is all personal preference. You don't have to do exactly what I am currently doing to create a base. So there are so many options out there that you could use. You could use regular square blocks. You could create your own base using cardboard, or use the lid of the spray paint, like I have done before in my previous video on the Valentine's Day sculpture. So make sure to check out that video. All right. Okay, now back to our high-end home decor DIY or easy air dry clay sculpture. I will be gluing the sculptures now onto the base, which is now all properly dry. I'll be using both Gorilla Glue and hot glue to do so. So just watch as I complete this. Okay, so even though the hot glue kind of holds the sculpture onto the base right away, I went ahead and actually placed it on the side of the wall, supporting it with a bottle to make sure that it doesn't fall off. I went ahead to do the same for the leaf, and I did use Gorilla Glue and hot glue, but most especially hot glue, and I used a generous amount of hot glue for this one. When I say generous, I mean generous. Mother Teresa generous amount of hot glue. I leaned them against this terracotta clay pots to dry, and here is our final look. So yes, this is our high-end home decor DIY using air dry clay, right? Or DIY room decor with air dry clay, because this can be used anywhere in your house or home office, or even your office at work, and it will make the perfect easy Mother's Day gift. All right, so you can add this to your easy Mother's Day DIY gift and just play with it. make it yours. All right, you don't have to do leaves and abstract like I just did. You can just make it yours. I just really love how easy and affordable these air dry clay sculptures turned out to be, and so it makes for a very easy high-end home decor on a budget. Okay, so I went ahead and tried it on this set which I had made previous videos, so make sure to check out that video, and I just loved it. So do let me know in the comments section what you think about this particular DIY and which of these is your favorite. And so that sums it up for our DIY home decor with air dry clay. And if you did enjoy this video, please do not forget to hit that like button and also hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss a thing. In the meantime, always remember to be your fun self no matter what life throws at you. Thank you for watching.